Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the final episode of Ars Nouveau. This is very exciting. I'm very excited that we've reached the final episode of this, and we've got some cool stuff we're doing today. We've got some cool stuff. So, I went a little bit insane. You'll notice copper, I'll explain that. But I went a little insane with the potion making. Over the course of the last several days, I've been mass potion making. And originally I was just going to do speed potions, you know how it is. I was originally going to just do that, but then I realized if I'm making a whole room for it, I've got to have several potions. So these here are a potion of recovery, potion of mana regeneration, potion of static charge, potion of blasting, and my potion of swiftness. And you'll notice they're all in the same colors as my cool like tree stuff up there. And you might be wondering, like, how on earth, did you even pull this off? Like, you don't have access to the nether anymore. Did you figure out how to de-aggro the zombie piglins? Like, how did you do this? And yeah, the answer is no, I couldn't figure out how to de-aggro the zombie piglins. They still do want to kill me. But wouldn't you know it, my good friend Carlos here, he came to visit just to say hello and see what I've been up to. And wouldn't you know it, when I was telling him about my gripes, he had blaze rods that he was willing to sell me. Isn't that so sweet of him? Wasn't that amazing? So he enabled me to just really go crazy here and make like a stupid amount of potions. And I am very, very grateful for him for that. And then, of course, the other thing to consider is I need somewhere to put all of these potions that I now have, which is where all of this copper comes in. I really need to fix this bamboo thing. I didn't realize that still. Anyways, which is where all this copper comes in, because the closest I can get to a green block in this dang game is weathered copper. So I have been just doing weathered copper all over the place. And I'm not using copper blocks for the walls. I considered doing that, and then I realized that would take a stupid amount of time. I'm not doing that. So I've picked out some other green blocks for the walls. It was between these like flourishing archwood leaves and the flourishing archwood logs. I think, looking at it now with like fresh eyes a day or two later, I think the logs are what I'm gonna go for. I think they just look a bit better. But pretty much what we're going to be doing today is just kind of setting this whole potion making room that's mostly cosmetic up. And I think that's going to be fun. I think that's going to be a good time. Another thing I recently realized, so I have been using my arrow keys and everything, right? But there's actually an easier way to do this. If I click here, I can just like pick out just like any of these, and it's all good. I think that's just so more convenient than using my arrows. I've been living in the dark ages. That's not like super important. I felt the need to say it, So I guess our first step is just gonna be making this hole deep enough that it matches with everything else, which means it has to be about 7 or 8 deep. And then I'm gonna have to connect it up with the rest of the network of like tunnels I've got going here. So I'm thinking this is going to be another offshoot of that like purple enchanting room I did. I'm not making this like the biggest room ever. I'm not making it as big as some of the other ones, just because I don't really think that's necessary. This is largely a cosmetic room, and given that this is pretty much the last episode we're doing, I'm not really going to be using it an awful lot. It's staying purely cosmetic. There's not going to be like an operational use for it sometime in the future, So I don't feel the need to really go too hard with it. Do I not? I don't have a shovel. Okay, let's just go with spellbook for now. That's a little embarrassing. But yeah, since there's not going to really be a practical use for it, I don't really feel the need to make it like the most involved large-scale project. I just want it to look good, basically. Okay, if I measured this right, and that's a very big if, then this level here should be the floor. So here's my waxed, weathered, cut copper slabs. I was preparing for this. I've done so much strip mining. Just so much strip mining. A truly terrible amount of it. I should be throwing lights under the floor. I almost forgot about that. Put some lights under the floor. Thank you. But yeah, I've done like a truly terrible amount of mining to make this happen. So bear with me as I work here. Cover that up. All right, I think that should be enough lights for the one room. Yeah, it should be enough. I'm kind of just doing like a lot of smaller sort of housekeeping, I guess, things to make my house look a bit better. Since, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna have more time to make it look good, you know? So I kind of want to have it looking the best it can now. Oh, okay, yeah, I know, I do like that. That looks good, that looks good. Let me tower out real quick. I forgot to get the logs that I need. Whoopsies. And then I also need to figure out, like, I know I want to connect it up. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I'm thinking I'm going to connect it from this side and it'll just be like a long kind of curved hallway. But I don't know. I'll figure it out as time goes, you know? I'll wing it. Let's see. Can I make myself a shovel while I'm here, please? Because that was very annoying to run out of. Beauteous. I've got my shovel. And now, do I have, how many flourishing archwood logs do I have? Is a stack gonna be enough? I'll get 2 stacks just in case. Don't wanna, like, be caught off guard. The leaves would be a good idea. I think if I could control whether or not they had this kind of like this yellow tint to them. But I can't really control that. It just does that, unfortunately. And that's kind of what ruins the whole thing for me, I think. It throws off the color palette. Like, this isn't my yellow room, this is my green room, you know? If you hear my cat crashing into things behind me, I'm currently trialing some sedation drugs on her it's like some sedation stuff on her for a flight we have coming up. And she has not seemingly figured out yet that her coordination is a little bit off. So she just keeps like accidentally jumping headfirst into windowsills, which is kind of funny. All right, I'm really satisfied with the way this looks, actually. I was a little worried using the archwood would kind of make it look corny, I guess, compared to the, like, make it look too samey with the biome above it. But I think the weathered copper kind of take care of that for me, which I really like. So then all that there really is to connect it up. So what I'm thinking is, let's see which way. Maybe I like go through this way, go down, and then I kind of break through the wall here. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way for me to do this. So for now, I'm just gonna go waltzing through their walls real quick. And once I get to the right Y level, I should just be able to make a heel turn and find myself inside the wall. So let's see, I'm in about the right position now. So, oh, well, there goes my pickaxe, actually. So that's not, I would rather that not be happening. Let's make a new one. And I should just going this direction end up in the spot I want. Ooh, gold. Can I don't think I can break gold with a stone. I'll break it with my spell book. Give me that, thank you. I'm not gonna turn down a little gold. Like that would be silly. Okay, and now I can continue. I should just come bursting right out into that part of the like structure. Yeah, see, this is the warped wood. Let's see, what if I go to break? Where does this jump me out? Okay, this jumps me out a level up. So I need to make kind of a stairway up. Maybe like right about there. That could do it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let me dump some stuff. Let me dump some stuff from my inventory, and then I can sort of make the tunnel look a little less, well, a little less like shit. put away all of this dirt, all this, all this, all this. I've been breeding up also quite a lot of bees because I've got to get the wax for my weathered copper from somewhere, you know. So you'll see a lot more bees than there were last time wandering around, and you've kind of just got to accept that that's going to be the case. I've been breeding so many goddamn bees. Ooh, perfect, this waxed. Thank you. I can replace that with another block. Alrighty, and marry on my way. Honestly, the most time-consuming part of this has been waiting for all of the copper to weather. Like, it really does. It takes like a significant amount of time for the copper to weather. It's based off of random ticks, based on what like Professor Google told me. It's based on random ticks, and that definitely is something that's become very apparent to me just because of like how random and long a lot of the time this has been taking to do. Like, no, well, a little bit of hate actually for making it work that way, you know, but like it doesn't make a lot of sense, but also I can sort of see why they did it, I guess. I'm not sure how I'm gonna make the little archway thing look, but I want it to be about this tall, about this wide. So I'm just gonna break it out this way, I think. But yeah, the making it determined via like random tick is possibly not the best way to go about that, in my opinion. I think a set amount of time would be a little bit less infuriating. And like I have a spell to help me oxidize stuff. Even the spell doesn't really help all that much, to be honest, because the spell, all it's doing is making more ticks happen. So it's like it's not helping an awful lot. It's just a very irritating long process, in the same way that I've kind of discovered growing the nether wart is, because I didn't realize that you couldn't bone meal it, but the fact that you can't bone meal it became very quickly apparent to me when I was brewing all of these potions, and it took so long. Like 90% of the time it took for me to get all the potions and stuff done was just me waiting for more nether wart to grow, because I ran out and I can't really do much of anything without nether wart. It was something that was very irritating for me at the time. And then knock out these walls here, and then drag it back that way. I don't know, what do I know, to be fair? I'm not a game designer or anything like that. I wouldn't know good game design if it like punched me in the face. So maybe I'm just, you know, ramblings of a lunatic and all that. But I don't know. It would be nice. It would be nice, you know, just to have a more reliable way to do certain things in this game. I don't know. I say I don't know a lot. I do know, actually, but I just don't want to be pushy. Hello, Carlos. Are you coming to look? Hello. Are you coming to check out my new thing? And then right here is where it should go down. Okay, I put it up one level too high. So pop, pop, pop. Or wait, should it be? Let me... what I actually might do is stairs. I might do stairs there to kind of make the transition less harsh. Let me see how that would look. I've got to get more archwood and crimson vine anyway for this, so I may as well trial out how that would look. Alright, this is all the crimson stuff I have. There is a part of my mind that's a little worried I'm going to run out of crimson, because I used up a lot of it here. I don't have a lot more, and I can't really get more, is the trouble. So I think first what I'm gonna do is throw 3 quick stairs in right here, because no matter what I'm gonna need those. And then I'm going to craft up quickly a little bit more of that. and make myself even more stairs. Not a bunch more stairs, just a few more. And then, does this look good if I just like cut this dirt out and then I put the stairs instead? How is that? How's that look? Oh, and then I'd also have to replace these with where is it? The crimson hyphae or whatever. And I'd also have to remove my shield because that'll stop me from stripping the wood. What can I do as far as like the ceilings and walls are concerned here? Like how far can I make the crimson I have run? Because that's really going to be what determines a lot of what I do here. Okay, so as far as like the crimson walls go, this is the furthest I can do with my resources. I don't have enough really to go further down the hall than this. So the flourishing archwood and the copper slabs are really gonna kind of have to be the stars of the show here, which does mean there's gonna be a lot of mining in my immediate future. But yeah, this is unfortunately about the best I can really do with the resources I have available. Worst case, I'll ask my good friend over there, Carlos, if he has any more that I can use, any crimson stem in addition to his random blaze rods that he has. But you know, I'm not holding my breath on that, mostly because it would mean that I would have to find and make that stupid long command to summon a villager again, and I don't wanna. So let's see how far. These are the slabs that I have in my inventory here. This is all I've got. So I want to see how far I can kind of extend with these slabs. See what I... Okay, the lag has been really, really bad. And I'm not super clear on why. I feel like I say that every single video. But like, when I'm playing on my own, it's not this bad. Like, I swear it isn't. So I'm not sure what it is. But it's crazy. And then in the corner needs a little light too. Put in the lights there. And slab away. Alright, I've got 6 more slabs. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe? That could work. I'm gonna take this coal while I'm here. You know, have waste not, want not, and all that. But yeah, do that. And then, does this look good if I'm like doing something like this? Yeah, okay, I kind of like how they all stop at different points. So I've got this like little under a stack of flourishing archwood. Let's see what I can do as far as like the walls, because that's kind of gonna impact how much of like everything else I need. Am I able to make flourishing archwood, like wood out of this? I am. Okay, I am. So that'll be the ceiling then. But let's see what I can do as far as the walls. Okay, and that's the last of my flourishing archwood. So I was actually able to do quite a bit with it. I got all of that wall done. Got a lot of this wall done. And then I can just kind of throw down these last few weathered slabs I have just to see how far those can get me as well. And then after that, it's pretty much just time for me to start hunting around to see what I'm able to do with collection of resources. I swear to God, I broke that block. Okay, it's been, yeah, this one's particularly rough. On the bright side, I think the sedatives I gave my cat finally kicked in because she's just sleeping. I'm hoping they work well on her though, because I don't want to, like, obviously I don't want to hurt her, but I also, it's important just in general if you're going to be using like any sort of medication really on an animal, like in an enclosed space where you won't be able to really get them help if they end up needing it. It's very important to make sure that you, oops, Oopsies. Oops. Let me get those back. But it's really important to make sure that I really didn't think this one through. Test them out in a safe environment first so that if like something, God forbid, does go wrong, then you're able to immediately get them to a vet. As opposed to like a plane flight or something like that where if something were to go wrong and she started having like a bad reaction to them, I wouldn't really be able to get her any help because it would be in the middle of a flight. It's not like I could tell them to turn the flight around, you know? Alright, now that I've fixed what my own stupidity broke, I'm going to go back and start getting those logs again. Goodness gracious, I don't know how I wasn't thinking. As I was shooting off the like fell spell, I was like, wait, I'm right above a bunch of wood. Isn't this going to end really badly? But it was already too late by then for me to take back the spell. Ooh, okay, good. This copper has weathered enough to be replaced. Thank you. Put down another block. And then this one's over here has weathered a little too much. Let me bring it backwards a stage. And now it's ready to be replaced. Thank you. And where is the copper? There we go. Put out the new one. Oh, is it getting dark? Well, okay, I guess I'll sleep first. And then I'm also going to grab, or at least see if I can grab some bamboo to fix this. Because I have kind of let it go on a little too far. I can acknowledge that. I'm woman enough to acknowledge that. Wake up, Carlos. This is my bed. My bed, Carlos. You are not sleeping there. I know you're my friend. I'll give you a room or something later, but this is my bed. You're not taking it. Carlos, stop trying to get in there. Okay. Yeah, you walk away, man. Walk away. You're not winning this fight against me. Okay, so I've got the blocks of bamboo here, so pull that up by one, strip it, and then I've got these bamboo mosaic slabs. There we go. Look how easy that was to fix. Look how lazy I have been for the last however many days to have not just gone and done the easy bit of maintenance that was. Jeez, that's not good. Where did I pick that up? I think I picked that up. Give me that as well, please. Thank you. I don't know how I'm not accidentally setting it on fire, but all right. Where was the tree I was destroying earlier? There it is. Maybe I should keep the fell spells away from there for the time being. Yeah, just really knock everything down there. Thank you, thank you. And I didn't even hit anything this time. Perfect. Do not shoot at the ground. We just discovered why that's a bad idea. Don't do that. Here's another one. Take this one. Take this one. Keep knocking down. The fell spell really is a glorious thing. I'm so grateful to have gotten it. It's just, it's so lovely. Look how easy that was for me. Look how mindlessly easy that was to do. I even got some extra like other blocks. I think a stack odd is probably going to be enough here. Let's see how far that gets me. Ooh, more copper. I did so much off-camera copper mining, and like copper's supposed to be like a fairly common sort of item, you know? Like it's not supposed to be very hard typically for you to find a bit of copper. I had such a hard time finding copper. I was strip mining for 2.5 hours and I got like a half a stack from one vein of copper. It was I don't want to talk about it, man. It was really did not make a girl feel good about herself, to be honest. I felt like the copper was running from me after a certain point. Like it gets to a point where you have to wonder, like, is the problem me? Did I do something? And voila, just like that. Oh, did I? Okay, no, I was about to say, did I break that? No, I didn't. It was already like that. But voila, there we go. The little hallway is all done. And now I just need to get the copper going, which is admittedly much easier to say than it is to actually do. But I'm hoping just with the amount of copper I have accumulated over the course of the last couple of days, that will hopefully make it like a little bit less of a painful experience for me to deal with. So let's see how much copper I have. Alright, most of what I have is in my inventory right now, so we better hope what's in here is enough, because I don't have much more. Let's see, do I put it like, yeah, I'm trying to remember how I do this. Okay, so put that there. I'll leave that there just in case I need it. And then how many more do I need? Let's try 12. Is it more than 12 that I need? I should have counted. Why didn't I count? God, you know what they say about hindsight, I guess. Sure, man. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. And can I have my honeycomb? Because I am going to need to wax this as I put it down. It is not waxed. Like, pre-done. Like the stuff I was using earlier was. Alright, let's hollow out this whole area. I don't think 10 is going to be enough for this, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I may have made a whoopsie-doopsie. Okay, let's see. Let's not get pessimistic about it already. Let's just try it first. Light up here. There. Boop, boop, boop. And then boop, 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 boop. Yeah, it was not enough. Okay, let me wax up everything. The top 10 things not to say out of context. And let me go use up the rest of my copper. You might be like looking at this and thinking like, oh, like you were really lucky. You got kind of like the perfect amount of copper that you needed to do the thing that you wanted to do. That is actually not correct. There are a few like design elements that I'm going to be incorporating into that particular room that I'm going to need more copper for. Like the floor is not the end as far as copper elements in that room. So I actually do not have enough. And I am going to have to just oxidize so much copper. But I think that's all of it. Yes, that is all of it. Okay, and I'm also going to need glass. I'll need to put the little glass roof up there. Normally I can get like my dyes and stuff from the fruits I have over here. Do I have enough mangosteens for this? Mendosteens, my bad. Yeah, perfect. I've got like a bunch of lime dye off of those. Beautiful. And then do I have some glass laying around? I do not know. Perfect. Do I have some sand? No, I do not. Perfect. I'm gonna go get some sand then. You know, this does give me the opportunity, having to smelt all this sand, to show you this cool thing I got, because I was unlocking glyphs while I was like off camera out of necessity. Check this out. I can smelt stuff with magic. This is so much faster. I originally got this to help me with smelting the copper that I was getting, but it works for everything else, so why wouldn't I use it for everything else, you know? And I don't think I'll need that much, maybe like 24. I can't imagine I'll need more lime stained glass than that. That seems like even maybe an excessive number for what I have here. So let's see how that works. Okay, is lime green the best color here? I feel like it clashes a little bit. I don't know, am I crazy for saying that? Well, actually, no, it makes it look a little more green. Okay, I'm fine with it, actually. Give me more of this, thank you. Give me more of this, thank you. Okay, and then let's get started on some of those design elements I mentioned, moving things in, etc, etc. Okay, it turns out I'm like actually like way too low on copper to do any of the stuff I just said. So I'm going to help along the oxidization process out here for a bit. Hopefully. See what I mean? The oxidize spell doesn't actually oxidize it. It just slightly increases the chances that it will. Like, it's not altogether a useful spell, and I've tried to amplify it, you know? But it still doesn't do anything. I don't know, man. I don't know. And then I also need to oxidize these copper trapdoors. I'm going to lose some of these, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not careful, I'm going to forget where I put a lot of these. And then it'll be embarrassing, and then I'll cry, and that'll be even more embarrassing for all of us, really. And none of us want to deal with that. Oh, come on, rain. Alright, let me sleep so I don't get lagged to death. Please. Okay, well, I'm not getting lagged to death. I'm not doing that. Nope, I'm not getting lagged to death right now. Let's see. Can you finish weathering? Oh my god. Where is my... No, I'm wearing my mana regeneration pants. Okay, so it's not even a mana regeneration issue. Please, oxidize. Dear god. See, look how many spell casts that took for it to oxidize to one stage. This is a really great mod. I do think this is like the one aspect of it, or one of the aspects of it, that is kind of in like desperate need for an overhaul, is that some of the spells, they're like high tier, and they just are kind of useless, to be honest. They don't really do that much. And like that's like the oxidize spell, that's tier 3. That is a tier 3 spell. It uses up a ridiculous amount of my mana, and it is also functionally not even as good as me just sitting around twiddling my thumbs for about 10 minutes. Like, that's absurd. That's ridiculous. Then with all of these oh god, did I just crash? Nope, okay. Then with all these trapdoors, I'm not even sure I can make them oxidize, because look, if I try to do that, it just dodges it. So I'm not even sure if I can make that oxidize, or if I just have to sit here waiting. The whole process is unnecessarily complex, I feel. But, I mean, it gives me the opportunity to kind of spruce up the area a little bit, so I suppose in a way that's nice. But yeah, no, it's just, I don't know, it's like, I tried at one point off camera to use these spell turrets as like an easy way to do it, but the thing is they use up source, and I don't have infinite source either for a spell that like barely even works. So it's put me kind of between a rock and a hard place, so to speak. Well, while those spells spend the next like 15 years oxidizing, I might as well kind of show you the thing I have in my mind to do. So I want you to kind of understand what I'm going for, where I'm willing to do all of this like stupid stuff. So let me pick up my potion jars real quick. All of these, thank you. So what I'm thinking is there's going to be back here, I'm gonna knock this wall kind of back by one, right? And here, let me knock all this out, take this part out as well, and pull this back, thank you, and pick up everything. Where's my weathered copper slabs? Thank you. I'm gonna need to make more of the slabs actually for this, but basically what I'm trying to do is let me put some lights in there. Light, boop. Ooh, more copper. Wait, one sec. Hold, I'll tell you in a minute what I'm planning to do. First, copper. Give me that. Give me that. I need as much copper as I can get my grubby little mitts on. I have so much useless... Well, I don't want to say... Trying really hard not to curse right now, and I feel like none of you are appreciating the effort it's taking me. But, yeah, let me throw this on top. And let me also honeycomb it. But yeah, what I want to do is I'm gonna have the potion jars. They are kind of gonna be here, and then also there's gonna be sort of like a shelf situation happening here that's going to have the other 3 potion jars atop it, and then potion jar is going to go down there. Then right in the middle there, I'm going to be using some archwood, flourishing archwood, to put the the brewing stand. And then I'm going to kind of cut it off from the rest of the room with like some of these grates. I think it would just look cool. It's just like a personal opinion that it would look cool, but I'm always right. So naturally it's a correct personal opinion. Of course. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm hoping it'll look good. Another thing I wanted to do was create this potion melder here as like a decorative sort of block. So while it continues to oxidize everything up there, I'm going to use that as sort of like a decorative situation. And I'm gonna have to get the blaze rods from my guy Carlos over here. But first I need to get myself abjuration essences. So let's take away all this stuff. I should have grabbed the stuff for it while I was in my chest room, but hindsight is 2020. And foresight is non-existent in my humble opinion, which is correct. So let's put this all back, and then I'm gonna need 2 gold blocks for it. Do I have enough for that? No, but I can smelt up what I have, and that'll make it enough. So let me put all this back, and then I'm going to need sugar. I'm gonna need 1 bit of sugar. I'm going to need a bucket of milk, or I guess just a bucket then, huh? A bucket of milk, and spider eye fermented. Let me grab the milk from my handy dandy cows over here. Hello, thank you. Anyone done? No one's done. Okay, put this away. Can you let me down, please? Thank you. All right, let's get started on the abjuration essence. And I guess I'll get back to you guys when I have all of the stuff for the potion melder ready. All right, and if I set this up right, then putting a potion jar in there should get the ball rolling on my potion melder. So give it to me. Pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. I want it. Yay! Thank you. All right, let's see how this actually looks, because I haven't looked at it. Oh, I like that. Whoa. I do like that though. Look at that. That's actually very nice. And it's also perfect because I had an extra potion jar after I like finished setting this up. I can just put it right next to there. Actually, I might swap this out with the purple one, because that way it'll kind of look like the potion that's in there is the potion that's in there, like an offshoot of it. Okay, look at that. Oh, isn't that cool? That's really cool. And then let's see, what else? Over here is going to be the netherwort farm. That's going to be the netherwort farm. And there's another thing I wanted to look into. They're called like wixies. I saw them, they're like little witch looking things. I thought it would just kind of make sense for the like potion area to have a little witch in it. So for that I would need a like dark almond thing, crafting table, emerald, leaves, and an extra brewing stand, all of which I do actually have around. So give me the brewing stand. I'll just pop that there for now. I also have an emerald on me, which is convenient. And then what else was it I needed? Wow, that stayed in my head for all of like 5 seconds before I forgot. Crafting table and a archwood sapling. Can I have something to eat? Because I'm not going to be able to run soon. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. A little bad omen jar and a whatchamacallit, a crafting table. How did I forget things so quickly and so easily. It actually occasionally does worry me a little bit. Can I have, thank you. Goodness gracious me. Okay, put this back, put that there, return everything, and I also need Archwood sapling, yes, that's what I needed. I'll take a vexing one since I have so many of those. Oh wait, the bad omen jar. Whoops. Is it like potion of bad omen? No? Do I just kind of have to look? Oh. Oh, no, it's an actual Wixie token. How did I get these? I'm not gonna question it, but I don't know how I got those actually. I'm sure I must have like looted them from somewhere at some point, but like I have absolutely no memory of having done that, to be honest with you. I don't know. It probably was sometime a few episodes ago or something. I don't know. Put that back there. Put my archwood sapling up there, and then Wixie token, and then do I just like tap it down somewhere? How do I use this? Use it on a cauldron to summon my Wixie. Okay. And they come in different colors? Oh, they come in green. Okay, that's good. I would want mine in green since it's in the green room. I needed to use it on a cauldron though, and I'm not sure the potion melder I have will count. So what I might have to do is hide a cauldron. Yeah, that's not going to work. So I'm going to have to hide a cauldron under the floor as a way to like get the Wixie in there. And do you think lime dye will work, or does it have to specifically be like green dye? Because I don't have green dye. Do I? Do I have green dye? I might. Maybe I'm being over dramatic and I do have it. Well, we'll see. But first, let me make a cauldron. How does one make a cauldron? Oh, okay, pretty easy then. Just grab that. And then do I have green dye? No. Okay. Well, I suppose we can only hope that lime dye works then. Do I have lime dye? No. Let me get one of those real quick. Almost forgot about that. It makes you uncomfortable how not like wide that hallway is, but I'm kind of too far in to back out now. Okay, so I kind of want the Wixie to be like in the middle of the room moving about. So I'm gonna grab this waxed, withered, whatever. Then I'm gonna grab a cauldron for myself. Turn this into lime dye while I'm at it. I'm gonna jump into the cauldron there. I'm gonna use the Wixie token on it to summon it. Where are you? What? Oh, okay. That scared me. Come up here, please. Fly up. Get out of the ground, please. Before I cover your cauldron back up. Can you get up? Are you okay? Do you need help? Please come here. Oh wait, it changes the... I didn't mean to do that. I think it changes the way the cauldron looks. Does it change the way the cauldron looks when the Wixie comes out of it, for lack of a better word? Let me just throw that there and then toss a Wixie token in. Does it change the way it looks? Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay, I don't mind the way that looks, to be honest. I don't mind the way that looks. Can I put water in there? Because I think that might work. That might look good. And can I steal up? Thank you. Water bucket. And can I still put water in that cauldron, or is that just... Nope. I can't. I cannot put water in that cauldron. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess you can just like stay here, my weird little witch thing. Sure. Alright. Works for me, man. Let me get the nether wart farm moved over there actually while I'm at it. Alright, it took me a long time to get everything set up, but we're done. Look how cool my little potion room looks. We've got our potions, our little witch thing. Over here we've got the nether wart farm, and then when you turn this way, there's a little cubby you can go into that has my brewing stand and all my other potions, and I am pleased as punch with the way this turned out. I think it looks absolutely lovely. I'm really proud of how this has turned out. I'm proud of everything I did with this one. You know, my Minecraft Come Alive series, it was good, but I feel like I've achieved a lot with this one that I didn't achieve with Minecraft Come Alive. I feel like I've kind of dug my teeth a little bit more effectively into the mod, and that's a really great feeling. I'm really happy the way this has all turned out. It's a little bit less of a dramatic ending than Minecraft Come Alive had. I mean, I'm not fighting the Grim Reaper to bring my son back from the dead, so that for starters, that's going to be a lot less dramatic. But I'm just a lot more content with the way that this ended. I'm content with the fact I didn't have to fight the Grim Reaper to bring back my Minecraft son. You know, I think this was a great way to end it. I'm very proud of everything we've achieved together, and I hope you all have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.